need a vacation. I grind on a daily. These niggas be hating. I'm doing no favors. I need a vacation. I grind on a daily. These niggas be hating.
You already know what it is. You're listening to The Urban Product. It's your boy DME.
It's your boy Cozy Rich.
And how we doing today?
Living my best life per usual. I really don't know what else to say at this point because it's really true. I really just be enjoying life. But how about you, bro?
I'm happy that today we get a break from the heat wave that was going on this past weekend, and I finally get a day to just chill. I got my sweats on, you feel me?
Facts.
I'm cozy. We're doing this episode right now, so I got good energy. I'm good. I'm living life.
I feel that. Yo, like this weekend was unbearable. It's Wednesday right now. We've had like 3 straight days of just comfortable weather. Mm-hmm. It made me realize how hot it actually was on like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Trust me, I know I worked.
Bro,
I was there.
I put on the all right, so I'm kind of like confusing, right? I put on the AC. I get too cold, so I turn it off. Then it get really hot really quick just because of how humid and hot it was. Mm-hmm. Then I just be going through a constant cycle of that. Like, my mom hates me. I be killing that electricity bill. No bullshit. I don't know. Random story. I just wanted to share that. I don't know.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was hot. I worked over the weekend, I think, throughout the entire weekend. And all I remember is that at one point, I had this feeling that I was walking, but it wasn't like me walking. You feel me? I don't know if that makes sense.
Out-of-body experience.
Like, like an out-of-body experience. Like I was working, I was doing everything well, moving like the wind, but in my head, I felt like none of that. I just felt like somebody else was controlling my body. And it was a crazy experience.
I've only had that experience when I was playing basketball before, where I was just like going off.
Yeah, but like when you're like so tired, where you feel like you don't have the strength to do it, but your body is just still doing it. Yeah, that was me this entire weekend. I didn't know how I was doing it. I made a shitload of money, so clearly I was doing something right.
That's why you was doing it. Right?
So
that paper was coming.
Yeah, that was dope. But I'm happy to be back here with another episode 60, if I'm correct. We're banging this shit out. Like a breeze. I can't wait to get an episode 100. Hopefully we get something popping before we do that.
We're going to get Jay-Z for episode 100.
Exactly.
That's another year, though, because, there's... Yeah, it's close to, beginning of next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A little promo, because, since the Urban Product is we active out here, you feel me? So we're participating in a little event that's coming up in the beginning of August, I believe. Let me look at the full details right now. So it's going to be a basketball tournament that's going to be hosted at Roberts Playground over at 53 Dunbar Ave, Boston, August 10th. Runs from noon over to 6 p.m.
So y'all still got time to go out and do your baboon shit.
So you got some time. Rich filling in on everything that they need to know. I gave them the location.
So essentially, for all you dudes that want to play, okay, so you can bring 5-on-5. They're gonna be 5-on-5 games tournament. I'm pretty sure it's single elimination. We're gonna post a flyer on our social media page on Instagram as well as Twitter. All you got to do is just go to the bottom right hand corner, text or email one of the two contacts your team name, and the players on your team, and then you guys should be good. And then, just come out, enjoy the music, enjoy the vibes. Like, it's going to be good times. We're just going to it's really a networking event. So just try to meet some people, form connections with. And other than that, like, just enjoy yourself. And please don't bring drugs or alcohol because, feel me, this is like a family event, family type thing. So good vibes only is what I always say. So that's what we're trying to bring to this event. Good vibes.
Hoodlums, we are talking to you.
And y'all know who you are.
Leave your shit at home, all right?
Don't get
bring
caught
the
up.
work just to catch this work on the court. You feel me? But yeah, come out with us. It should be a dope time. Kick it, have a conversation, and yeah, just get to know what the vibe is and what vibes we provide.
And if y'all got something you want to share to people and you want to just show off, like, this is the time to do it because you never know who's gonna be watching, who's gonna be there that you can communicate with. So, like I said, pop out, bring what you do what you do, and just enjoy yourself.
And especially if you're shy, don't have that be the reason not to come out too, because if you're listening to this and clearly you enjoy podcasts, and just remember, every conversation you have in real life could be an actual podcast. So just apply to everything that we do over here in real life, and you should be just fine. And we look forward to seeing y'all out there. You feel me? You should have a good time. And then with that being said, we can finally get with the shits. All right. So what's happened this week? First off, I think it was either yesterday or the day before. So Tay-K finally got his official sentence. He was sentenced to 55 years in prison for his involvement in the murder case that happened in 2016. Now, I remember we talked about that last week of what that was going to be looking out for him. And now that we have his official sentence, what do we think? 55 years. How does that feel?
The thing is, like, he has 2 cases. Like, he has another one pending, another murder case pending. Mm-hmm. And if basically we don't know how much time he's actually going to get, because if he gets convicted for that one, they could add like another, say for example, another 50 years on that. Then he's legitimately spending the rest of his life in jail. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because they used his lyrics against him in court, which actually killed me when I read the article. Mm-hmm. And like after hearing the lyrics and like just understanding the case even more, it's just like, damn, he really just incriminated himself. Like, I can't feel bad because he knows what he did. He basically like owned up to it, really.
But I feel like a lot of rappers do that in their song, and I feel like there's a law.
Yeah, but like the thing is, he released the song while he was on the run.
I know, but I feel like there's a law that like
freedom of speech.
Yeah, freedom of speech. So you can put whatever in your music and videos, and they technically can't use that in court.
If it's not, if they don't have evidence to like you, bro, that's physical evidence. Like the fact that I forget what lyric it was. I'm trying to remember.
Let me look it up for you,
bro. There's a lot of lyrics in there where he's just convicting himself. Like woke up today. Like who am I gonna shoot in the face?
I mean, the race is an entire confession. So.
Yeah. The fact that you know it's a confession, the fact that you even know it's a confession, though, is just like, all right, why not use it in court to convict him?
Yeah.
So it's like I really can't feel bad because he did it to himself. But it's like, damn, he was 16 when he did all this. He's only 19 now. Like he's about to spend 55 years. We don't know what's gonna happen with the other case. Probably gonna get convicted for that if he got convicted for this. But like,
do you know the official details at all? It's okay if you don't, but I'm just asking if you do.
So, all right. So I know if he gets both, if he's sentenced on the other one, they're both sentences are going to run concurrently, which means he's going to do them both at the same time, which is a good thing for him because he was charged as a minor when he got in the system and all that. That's the only reason they're going to do that. Like if they did it one after the other, he'd be fucked. Like he would never get out of jail. So hopefully, like he doesn't get more on the other case because then, like if it's say 55 years, he's basically doing a bid for one. But yeah, like other than that,
but
I don't know much.
Okay, so it said that he was involved in the shooting, but did it say like if he was the gunman?
No,
or
it
if he was just an accomplice?
It didn't say all that. It just said he was involved in the shooting, and that's pretty much enough.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Okay,
you're involved in it, so you basically a conspiracy. So you knew what the fuck was going on. You didn't stop it. You basically shot the gun essentially.
Because I get obviously his involvement in it is wrong. That's why I'm looking at the 55 years versus if he was the gunman. Because I'm looking at it is if he was the actual gunman, am I cool with just 55 years? Because I feel like if he's involved, cool 55 years. But I feel like if he was the gunman, then life.
So
then I feel like life. You feel me?
So there's obviously more details. Like I don't know what the gunman got. I think he has his own trial. But like there was another person on trial with Tay-K. He got 25 years.
Oh, okay. So it's
so like he's not the only one.
Out.
He's not the only one getting like. He's just the only one that has the clout to talk about.
But if it's another dude that got like
the other ones.
If it's another dude that got like 20 something years, then there must be something we don't know.
Oh, of course.
If they give Tay-K 55 and then this other person 20 something, then there's something that we don't know.
Yeah, you know how many deals are probably being made right now?
You think Tay-K and all them snitching?
Tay-K, no. 55. Bro, might as well give me life in prison if you're going to give me 55 years. What? I think about it. I'm 19 going in 55 years. What? I'll be 74? What am I doing with my life at 74 if I've been in the system my entire life? Didn't do anything before then to build a life. Might as well just go to life in jail. So I ain't snitching for what? It's not going to get me anywhere.
I hear that, definitely.
Unless you're giving me like 5 to 10. Nah, like me personally, if I was ever in that situation though, damn, I don't know. Actually, I ain't from the streets, nigga. I'm snitching. Fuck. I ain't from no streets.
You say you're snitching?
I ain't from no streets, bro. Yo, what?
What about your set that you always rep? What you mean?
RSP 134?
RSP 134.
Bro, we talking
about
about real life, not me bullshitting, bro. Not me bullshit. We talking about real life.
I love that you're finally admitting that all that shit was cap. I'm happy you're finally admitting that, bro.
Y'all always knew it was cap.
Okay. Thank you.
What?
It means a lot when Rich like can finally admit that the whole RSP shit was cap. Because I'm like, yo,
RSP
bro.
134. I rep my set. Either way, real life
Hey, yo, if you
situation.
from that set, Rich just told you live that he's snitching on all your ass.
My thing is, like, I would never get caught. I would never, like, put myself in that situation. So if you
bums, he's talking to you.
Nah, for real. Nah. The way I'm putting it is that, like, this is how I see it. If I was ever in that situation, it's because you knowingly put me in that situation, knowing I wouldn't want to be in it. That's why you didn't say anything about it, because you know I wouldn't want to go through with what the fuck is going on. Why the fuck should I pay for what the fuck you did when I don't even want to be, like, when I didn't even want to be there or be a part of that? Like, I don't understand that.
Heard.
That's the only way I'm snitching. If I knew what the fuck I'm doing and I go in like Tay-K did, I ain't snitching. Because you feel me?
Nah, I hear
My
you.
man raised no bitch.
I hear you. And
It's just, I just gotta know what the hell I'm going into. If not, then yeah, the fuck? I ain't going down for some stupid nigga shit. Nah, it ain't going down like that.
Word. Okay, I hear you.
So I rep my set still, RSP 134. You know, if I do shit with my hitters, I'm gonna go down with my hitters.
You know who else got hitters out here? So apparently ASAP Rocky got more hitters than we actually thought he did. Because now we got fucking
I like that transition.
Donald Trump coming out of here thinking that he's going to sway us into fucking with him more just because he decided to lend a hand over to ASAP Rocky. Apparently, Trump said that Rocky was being treated fairly over there. It came to confirm because Ferg gave us an update on Rocky as well, saying that, yes, he was being treated fairly over there. But then again, Sweden representatives said that they weren't going to treat Rocky like a special person. So they were going to treat him like everybody else. So the actual experience that Rocky is getting, I don't know. But apparently this has gone to the president. And, yeah, I don't know what Trump is going to do. But, yeah, your thoughts?
I told you, bro, he's in a Swedish prison. They get treated better than American prisons are the worst. I'm telling you, well, not the worst, like, in the world. I've seen some crazy shit on Netflix, but like, yeah, like American prisons are way worse than Sweden. But yeah, didn't Kanye reach out to him?
Yeah, I think Kanye and Kim Kardashian
reached out to
Trump to try to help Rocky out. Yeah,
so I'm pretty sure Kanye's been wearing his "Make America Great" hat. You know, he's been tweeting at Trump, talking about like, "Yo, let me get a." Actually, wasn't he at a press conference with Trump too?
Who, Kanye?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember that.
I mean, I remember they had Kanye went to the
White House.
Yeah,
you feel me?
There was like paparazzi there and all that.
That's what I meant. Yeah. Regardless, yeah, Kanye's in tight with Trump, so I feel him like, yo, if you can get ASAP out, it's good for your publicity, it's good for your brand, and like, yeah, like people are gonna be like, wow, it works out for you because you appeal to Trump's base too, so you might get some more fans there. But other than that, like, I don't really think Trump's gonna do much. Yeah, he doesn't really have that much power over there, and people don't like him overseas. So,
but do you really think, like, you know, that Trump isn't really doing it for ASAP Rocky? I feel like he could give a shit about ASAP Rocky. I feel like he's just trying to do it to try to just like gain us as a demographic. You feel me? Trying to look at it as a, if anything, well, Trump is the businessman. You feel me? So I feel like he's looking at this kind of as like a political business kind of move. Like, oh, if I help them out, maybe they'll help me out in the future where it's time for re-elections. They're going to be like, oh, remember what he did for ASAP? Or like, remember what he did for like the Ball brothers and shit like that all the way back then. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, we're going to take this help. And that's another thing. A lot of people are like, yo, we should be thanking Trump because he's doing all this shit. No, we are going to thank you for doing your job. But it's still fuck you. You feel me? Like, I'm not gonna grovel to your feet because you're doing your job. You feel me? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just about to say that, like, word, like, wow, he did what a president's supposed to do: help out U.S. citizens on foreign soil. Fuck you. Like, other than that, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, yo, I know what Trump stands for. I know what he's about. Any smart, insane person that uses like logical reasoning knows what the fuck is like Trump is about. So him doing this doesn't mean a damn thing to me. Like, all right, word. ASAP Rocky's rich. I wasn't worried about him, to be honest, anyway. Like, he's rich. Mm-hmm. This doesn't affect me. You feel me? Trump ain't doing anything for people like me.
I hear that.
Fuck Trump.
I hear that.
So that's how I feel about it. But yeah, he's definitely trying to like appeal to the bait or appeal to African Americans and just people in general, people that support ASAP and stuff like that. But I don't know. You think it's gonna work?
I feel like, yeah, maybe him kind of speaking up will help like expedite Rocky's case into like coming back over here. So I'm just wishing for the best because a lot of people want to give ASAP Rocky shit just because he didn't really speak up during the Black Lives Matter case like that, or he didn't want to speak on that case because it felt like he didn't relate to it.
Bro, wasn't there I read his quote, bro. He sounded like really insensitive.
No, but here's my thing.
It low key feels like karma.
No. See, and that's what a lot of people are like trying to say, yo, this is what he deserves.
I never said that.
I know. You're not saying, but a lot of people are saying that, and that's what's really fucked up. And I'm gonna break it down for you exactly why. So, ASAP Rocky comes from Harlem, New York, where everything else went down. The Eric Gardner case, was that New York as well? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that was New York as well. I know Mike Brown was down south, but pretty much ASAP Rocky's case throughout his entire point was, I don't relate to that because I haven't experienced what those people have experienced. That's why he didn't want to speak on it. Now, how would you feel if somebody was out there speaking on matters that they've never experienced or speaking from positions that they've never been at? You feel me?
We do that all the time.
Exactly, but we pick out the real from the fake, you feel me? I feel like ASAP Rocky, when he said, yo, I don't want to speak on this just because I can't relate to it, I feel like that meant he personally didn't want to speak on matters that he didn't experience just because it would make him look like a fool, you feel me?
So,
like, how would I feel if someone's out there parading like, oh yeah, they're killing us in the streets, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, cool, but fam, you didn't grow up in that lifestyle. You've never experienced, you were chilling all the way up there where nobody was even like touching you.
Did this man grow up wealthy or something?
No,
I don't know his background. Like,
no, I mean, I'm not saying he did too, but if the man's saying he didn't experience that, I'm supposed to be like, nah, he's still supposed to stand up for that. Like, he doesn't want to be a spokesperson. I'm not going to be mad at the dude that doesn't want to be a spokesperson for this shit.
I respect that. I understand your take.
Like, he's from Harlem, so yeah, that would make us think, okay, he's probably like with crime all the time, or probably had his run-ins with the police, which he probably did.
You gotta look at it from the other side. Like, he is a public figure at this point in his career. Like, he has a following. He has people that support him. So as a result, like, those people are gonna look at him like, this is who he really is.
No, but nobody said, like, he didn't sign up.
I understand that, but like, at least saying something small, like, it's fucked up, or like, they shouldn't be doing that. Even that would have been okay, and then just leave it at that. He legitimately said nothing. He didn't condemn them. He didn't promote them. He didn't condemn. He just said nothing. And that's just, I feel like she should have said something along the lines of like, it's fucked up. They shouldn't have did that. Simple as that.
So him just saying that would have been like cool.
He said something. If he personally would have said like, I don't want to be a spokesperson or something like that, or just represent it, it's different. But the way he worded it, it's like it leaves it for interpretation. Mm-hmm. It's not like he said like, oh, I don't like what you're saying. I don't want to be a spokesperson. I didn't sign up for this. Like, I didn't experience that. You feel me?
So if he said all of that, it would have been better.
Yes, it's just the way. It's just the optics of the situation.
Okay,
I understand everything you're saying, and I agree with you 100%. But you just got to look at it from the other side.
Okay,
and you got to realize who he is.
Okay, I understand that, because when I first saw that, that's just how I took it in. You feel me?
Like, just imagine the people that actually, like, there's still people that aren't affected by that, but still felt the pain. Like, you know what I mean? And imagine some of them being like ASAP fans, and be like, damn, like, who is this dude? Mm-hmm. They gonna feel some type of way. Yeah. There's a lot of people like that.
Yeah. I think I just connected with him when he said that, because like I understand. I know a bunch of people, friends, family that's gone through shit, and you know, when they speak up about like shit like that, I'm like, okay, I understand. Yes, thank you for speaking up and sharing your experiences and sharing your story, because this actually happened, so you got a lot to say about this. But then when it comes back to me, I'm in full support of everything, but when somebody looks to me to be a voice, I'll be like, I'm sorry, I didn't come up under those circumstances. I didn't experience that. Therefore, for me to use my platform as a way to just speak on something I never went through, I would feel like is just false idealism coming from me. So that's why I'm like, I don't want to do that. You feel me? That's why, like,
well, you don't want to shed light to a situation.
No,
even
I'll
if it
shed.
doesn't affect you. But like, think about it that way. Like, even if it didn't affect you, like, you wouldn't want to shed light to a situation.
I'd want to shed light to it, but it would probably just be for a brief instant.
But you're still, you feel me? You're still shedding light. That goes a long way. At least you're still mentioning it, bringing it up.
Yeah.
You see the difference? Like,
Okay, I hear you. But I mean, he didn't show any like respect at all when somebody asked him?
Pretty sure he didn't do any. It was like he just tried to brush it off, like try to get away from the question.
Okay. Well, I can also respect anybody that wouldn't want to get political too, because I hate speaking about politics. But I understand what you're saying as well. Like you're still a figure that people look up to. So even though you don't have much to say, just at least acknowledging the fact would be enough. So yeah, I hear what you're saying about that.
I'm actually shocked though he's still locked up, just because of who he is. Like they really don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I always assume that things are shaky when it's outside of the country. So I'm not really surprised he's still locked up.
I mean, people with money usually get help faster, and it's just like the resources they have is. I just expect them to, finesse the situation.
Oh yeah,
but
all right, a couple shades lighter.
On that note, so
some local news.
Yeah, some local news. Be safe out there, people, because there have been a string of murders going on, and it's kind of crazy. So there have been 3 people in the last month that have been found in the Charles River, and it's causing me, well, not causing me. I believe there was a serial killer on the loose, and I'm not trying to be funny or anything. Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, there was a murder on June 22nd, July 10th, and now July 24th. Mm-hmm. All 3 were white males, and all 3 ended up in the Charles River. I'm just like, what the fuck? And it's crazy because it's not getting that much coverage either. Mm-hmm. So it's just weird to me why it's not getting that much coverage. So I just wanted your opinion. I just want to mention this real quick because, like I said, it's not getting much coverage.
I mean, I'd believe it if it was an actual thing, because I feel like so much shit happens around this town, and a lot of it gets covered and a lot of it doesn't. And this just happens to be one of the things that are getting covered. So I definitely believe it. Bodies found in the Charles River, I connect to that personally because my cousin was one of them, like way back, like over 10 years ago. So I can believe it if something like that was happening. Hopefully they catch the trail before more bodies get added to the list, and they just catch whoever's doing it and just put the shit to an end,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, they gotta. I was surprised it's not like cameras or anything around the Charles River. Feel me?
I mean,
it's a long river, but I feel like they would have like cameras set up like along it or something.
There's probably like cameras by the roads, but not by the actual rivers, because they probably don't think they need cameras pointing to water, because you would just be watching a live stream of water the whole time.
Which would make it easy to fast forward until you see some shit go down like that.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like, you're legitimately watching water the whole time. If something happens, you know it's happening because it's legit the only thing happening.
Yeah. I just feel like large bodies of water like that would probably be hard to,
Yeah, I hear it. Yeah, it's hard to police that and regulate that.
Fact.
But I just wanted to, shed light to that situation. So people, please be safe out there, because you never know who is who.
Definitely rest in peace to the people that were taken.
Found in the Charles River.
Yeah, rest in peace to y'all, and hopefully they catch your killer out there.
So in other news,
yes, I'm about to say.
Well, not news. This is a personal.
Let's have some fun, yo. Let's do it.
This is a fan question. Should men give their personal opinion of their preferences and what they like about females? Should we even mention that? And the reason, I'm pretty sure why this question was asked, well, this person told me to mention this, was because Lil Duval said on Twitter that he doesn't like girls who have the afro, like puffy hair, nappy hair, or whatever look. Mm. And then some girl responded like, I don't like the short guy look. It's nothing against short guys. It's not my preference. Keep doing you though. Mm-hmm. So, what's your opinion? Do you think we should voice our opinions publicly about like what our preferences are, what we like in women, what we don't?
I mean, people are gonna do it regardless.
Should we do
should we do it? People are gonna have preferences regardless. Should you voice your preference? I don't know, fucking freedom of speech. So I'd be like, yeah, people do that shit all the time. People say that, like I like my person to be tall, short, skinny, a little thick. Like people have like the ideal person in their head, and should they voice their preferences? Like, yeah, sure, do whatever. Should you let your preferences limit your decisions, though? That's the golden question. And the answer is no. You shouldn't let your preferences limit your decisions. Let me tell you why. We all have our preferences. You're probably sitting there thinking, you're probably sitting there and you already have the image in your mind of what you're looking for in a person. If you have that person right now, if you don't have that person, you probably have a person in your head that you're thinking about or an idea of what that person is. And the reason why you shouldn't let that kind of frame your way of thinking about every person you come into contact with in the future is because if you meet somebody new and they don't fit whatever you're looking for, I feel like you're just dismissing everything about them right then and there. You feel me? Like, the law of attraction is a real thing. You feel me?
That's a hard thing to ignore, though.
I know, but like they say, when you meet somebody, within 10 seconds, you know if you're attracted to them or not.
That's very true.
Yeah, which is
Until
very
they
true.
Open their mouth.
Very true. But then I feel like if you're just like, oh, I'm looking for this, and that, and then as soon as you see somebody, you realize they don't have this certain thing, you're just going to dub them as a whole. Fam, you don't know what else they might have, yo. Just because this person doesn't have that one thing, I'm going to just dub everything else about them. That's why I feel like preferences can be like a little fucked up.
That's
race preferences that's a big thing.
I mean,
go ahead.
Race preferences, you wouldn't even get that far.
You feel me? That's why. That's like that's one of the things.
You're missing out on.
That's one of the things. But yeah, go ahead.
So personal preferences. First of all, voice that shit. Fuck what they think. Like what they be giving our personal preferences all the time.
You feel
he's
me?
Ugly. What? He's handsome. I don't want to hear it. What? I hear that shit.
I'm happy being medium ugly.
So what? All right, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're handsome on this show. Like what?
Facts.
The urban product, ugly. You would have thought.
I just say that to humble myself.
Don't be humble, young king.
Yeah, I'm the humble kid.
You are a faithful black man. You feel me? Be faithful to yourself.
Of course.
Love yourself.
Of course.
Feel me?
Facts.
So as I was saying, yeah, please, by all means, keep voicing your opinions. Talk about yourself or talk about your personal preferences. However, I do agree with Devin. It's but however, he doesn't take into account how hard it is to like disregard your personal preferences because the law of attraction is a serious thing. So I think girls do this a lot, to be honest. Like they just put their personal preferences aside and give someone a chance and like him for who they are, not like what they want. I feel like women are king at that. Like men are shallow as fuck. But yeah, like think about it. Imagine how many ugly dudes you see with like fine women. How do you think that happened? She gave him a chance because he was probably funny, made her happy. So like, yeah, Devin's right. You never know what you're gonna get in a person until you actually give him that shot. But like, you gotta find the strength within yourself to give him that shot. They might not have the booty you want. You feel me? Look by that. You know, they might have a big heart. Feel me? They might have big hugs, give you big hugs, big kisses. They might know how to, toot that thing up, send it back. You might not have the boobs you want. You might not have the face you want. You can make things work. You can compromise. That's all I'm saying. Just be a good guy. And women, keep doing what you're doing because y'all give a lot of ugly dudes shots like me. Psych, I ain't ugly. But yeah, other than that, personal preference, it is what it is. You're gonna hear it whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, just ignore it. You don't gotta listen to it. If you don't like it, why are you triggered? That's the real thing. Like, why are you offended? Fits. That's the T. That's the T.
I like
that's the real thing. But think about it though. Like,
yeah,
people that get offended by people like talking about their personal preferences, only get offended when it relates to them. If it didn't relate to you, you wouldn't give a damn. So stop being a pick me.
I think that. Ooh, hold on.
No.
No. I think that I'm cool with people voicing their preferences, but I don't like when people get mad because my preferences aren't the same as their preferences. Yeah. You feel me?
Oh no, you can never get mad at someone for that.
Like when I say my preferences, they're like, oh, you like that? I'm just like,
is there a problem?
I'm like, yeah, is there a problem? And normally it'll be because it's not their same preference. Like normally, like for example, I'll be like, somebody says, what do you look for? Or like, what are your preferences in terms of women? And then normally my response is, oh, I don't really have a preference. If they're cute, they're cute. And I just say, like, if I'm attracted to them, I'm attracted to them. It's just simple as that. I don't have the perfect. She could be slim as hell. She could be thick as hell. She could be short as hell. She could be tall as hell. It could be whatever. If I'm attracted to them, I'm attracted to them. It's as simple as that.
You know how often I get you only like white girls? Like, what? Y'all don't know my life. Just because y'all see me with a white girl one time don't mean I like one girl. I mean, not one time.
We can talk about it. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking.
No, I mean, what do you want to know?
No, I don't want to know shit. I don't care, bro. Date whoever the fuck you want to date. There's a lot of people
not
out
for real,
there.
though, but like, I get
There's
that
probably a lot
So,
of people out there that are tight that you date white women. There's probably a lot of people out there.
But my thing is like,
that
I don't
you get
discriminate
upset because he's doing his thing. I'm talking to everybody out there. You know, I'm gonna talk for my man right here. Put on camera 3 real quick. Hey yo, if you have any biases against my man dating whoever he wants to date, bro, look at yourself in the mirror, right? First of all, ask yourself if you're single. If you're single, it is probably because you were looking for somebody that does not prefer to date you. And that is okay. Don't be mad because my man is living his best life and it just so happens that life isn't spent with you. You feel me? He's prospering out here. Go ahead and prosper for yourself and let us all prosper together.
I'm gonna need camera 1.
And we aight.
I don't agree with anything he said.
And we aight.
I just want y'all to leave me alone. I don't even know what I said,
to be honest.
Leave me alone. That's all.
Yeah, let my man prosper. Let him live his best life. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
I'm a happy man right now.
You feel me? He's happy. Let him live his best life.
So,
that was great.
This man, I want to know how this happened, because this probably was happening on the low. Well, it was happening on the low. Meek Mill starts Dream Chasers record label with Roc Nation.
Yeah, they apparently
inked that deal.
Move. Yeah, they inked that deal like yesterday or today, and I think that's dope. It's crazy because I thought like Dream Chasers was a label already, so I was kind of confused.
Isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm kind of confused. I think now I think the label itself signed under Roc Nation.
So okay, so is it like Cash Money signed under Young Money type shit?
Well, Young Money signing to Cash Money.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean, though. Like saying it's the same.
I think it's like that.
Okay.
So I think it's just Dream Chasers, the label, is signed under Roc Nation. So I think that means anybody in the future that signs with Dream Chasers will also be signed to Roc Nation. I think.
Does that mean my only question is, when as a rapper, do both companies eat into my check?
Yes.
So I lose. Oh wow!
But then also being signed to both,
you're getting a lot of
more money. Also,
yeah, I was about to say you get more chances, more opportunity, more publicity, and all that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what is it? What is why? Like why? I didn't see this coming. Like,
well, I feel like Meek and Hov have been working together on the low ever since he got out.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was just a lot of business moves being made. Hov probably saw Meek, like probably saw the business mogul forming out of Meek, so he probably just kind of wanted to reach out his hand and just help out. I fuck with the move.
Who was signed under Dream Chasers?
Let's see. Back then, Lil Snoop, rest in peace. I know O'Malley was signed to Dream Chasers. I thought Rowdy Rich was signed to Dream Chasers.
Indiana Atlantic.
Yeah, he might. I don't know where he signed to. For a second, I thought it was Dream Chasers, but I don't think so anymore. I'm not really sure who signed to Dream Chasers right now. I know O'Malley. I don't know if he's still with that camp, but that's all I knew before Lil Snoop passed away.
Lil Snoop was the best thing that they had coming. I'm about to check real quick what they had.
Yeah, and it's just sad that he had to pass away when he did. But they always want to get you down when you hot. You feel me?
Bro, I still listen to like that little like 10-minute freestyle of everyone in the studio, and he's just going off, like just switching beats, just going off. Like he's still out here. But so who is on their label?
And just hearing that track, like do you remember Lil Nigga Snoop by Meek Mill?
Yes.
Off Dream Chasers 3, I think. Fam, that song, I still feel the emotion out of that shit every time I listen to it. And I'm acting like I can't play it right now while you look that up. But like, yo, that shit was just crazy. Just the amount.
He would have been like the best artist out right now, I feel like, if he kept going, because he was already great and he was just starting. Imagine with like the seasoning, being out in the game, the exposure, just learning new things, like how great he would have been right now, just switching flows. Mm-hmm. He was really before his time.
Yeah.
Callboy is signed to me.
Callboy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's dope. That's actually really dope.
I'm trying to figure out who else is signed to me.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah, it's just good to know. I just want to know, like, I didn't know Callboy was signed. That's interesting.
I hear you.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because I would have never thought that Callboy signed to Dream Chasers. Like, why? Where?
I hear you.
What was the influence?
But that's definitely a good move that they're doing this, just because now the fact that anybody that Meek signs in the future will also have that
Rock
Nation tag is going to be dope when it's time to like tour or like to market shit. Cause just being backed by Jay-Z in general is just a good look. Like, look who Jay-Z got. Jay-Z got Cole, both Jaden and Willow Smith, some pop acts I'm forgetting, and then I don't know if the whole Rockefeller thing is still a thing. I think
it definitely is. That's
because I know Kanye was signed to Rockefeller and mad other people, but I feel like that label kind of broke down when him and Dame had his spouts. So I don't know if Rockefeller is still a thing. But hey, Jay-Z's collecting these checks, so I'm fucking with it.
Jay-Z's sending out the checks.
True. But he's also collecting these checks.
Very big checks.
That's a business move, bro. You send out a check just to get that check right back. You feel me? That's why I'm like, damn, it's all right. It's all right. That'll be me one day.
That man's a mogul, and he's trying to just show Meek. I really think he's just taking Meek under his wing at this point. He's taking Meek under his wing at this point.
I think so as well.
Like we said before, like ever since he got out, you just see them together all the time. Like, you hear Meek talk about Jay-Z all the freaking time. So yeah, I can see the influence in this. I'm just happy because I'm pretty sure Meek is off probation too.
Yes, that's another thing. He was granted a new trial and he is officially off probation. So
free Meek.
I feel like I gotta just give my dude a little applause for that. Hold on, let me see if I can find that shit.
Nah, my man's came a long way. He came from getting flamed by Drake to getting locked up to making it out to dropping a fire album to signing his label with Jay-Z. Talk about a full circle, going full circle for real. My man damn near experienced it all in like 4 years.
What?
He damn near experienced it all in 4 years, the highs and the lows.
Well, it was definitely more than 4 years. Well, his case, but like all of the new
I'm talking
updates?
about like everything that's happened.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's been 5 years because I was my summer going into college when he got flamed by Drake. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was a year
back to back was freshman year.
Yeah, that was summer going into freshman year, bro.
And we just got going bad last year?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I only remember that because my mom legitimately went to Haiti for 2 months with my little brother. And I didn't see her until a week I got back, like a week left in the summer before I went back to school.
5 years?
Yeah, it's been that long.
I feel old.
We are old, bro. Time's moving fast. I think about it like, 2010? That was 9 years ago. 2020 is next year. I be thinking that shit's far away. I don't know
like
why.
That. I don't like that at all.
We're getting old.
Yeah.
I mean, we still young. We still got our youth. We still look good. We still, flee. Shit. I'm going to start feeling old once I get past 26. Then I'm like, damn.
Why does everyone say 26? You're not the first person I've heard that say
30. You're
26 is where they mark the old.
25. You're still close. You're in the middle. 20, 30. Once you get to 26, you're closer to 30. It's just you can't do anything about it. Your youth is behind you. So we got 4 more years, bro. Well, it's great.
It's crazy. It's crazy that it's really been 5 years since we got this.
The girl of your dreams to me is probably not a challenge. I've been counted out so many times I couldn't count it.
Before YouTube comes from my ass.
Funny
Take
how now
that
my
shit right off.
eyes
Yo, that's so fucking annoying. Like when I used to put shit up on online. Like, oh, and this is for let me just talk to the people real quick also. Cause yo, when we made this transition to like the video shit, it's like so much more work, which is why I was like, when we came into the video business, just because it required so much more work. Now with these videos, we're trying to make it a thing to try to upload them like at the same day every week, but you know, we're human beings, so now I'm starting to figure out that yo, you guys are gonna get these videos once a week. They might not fall on the same day every week, but just know you're gonna get these videos at least once a week. You feel me? Same thing with the audio. If you don't see them uploaded every Thursday, just know they're coming. We just busy out here, you feel me? But yeah, I just wanted to give that to the people because I know there were some people that pulled up like on Thursday, be like, yo, no pod this week, and I'm like, nah, it's coming. We just busy.
Yeah,
we busy.
I had to tell little people that too, so I feel that.
Yeah.
I second his sentiment.
Yeah. That's crazy. It was really 5 years since Rico.
They need to make more music together.
What's your best Meek album, you think? Are we saying Championships?
Nah, Championships was really hyped just because he just got out.
But it was such a good album.
It was a good album, but you know what I mean? Like, Going Bad. Some with Jay-Z and Rick Ross.
You feel me?
That one. He had one with 21 on there, I'm pretty sure.
Cardi was on
100
that
Summers. Bitch. I like 100 Summers a lot.
Cardi was on that bitch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That shit was a fire album.
Remember I think we both put that.
What was the album that Rico was on though?
That was Dreams Worth More Than Money. I loved that album.
That album, that's up there. Bro.
I fucking love Dreams Worth More Than Money.
But that album is slept on.
That
every song except the one for with Switch Beats.
That album was legit a movie. That album was legit. Dreams Worth More Than Money was legit a movie.
That's gonna be my favorite. Dreams Worth More Than Money.
Yeah, like what do you see? They started that shit off of Tory Lanez, yo. Lord Knows, I think was the intro on that shit, and then that track with The Weeknd. Was like, whoo! You just go to that album.
This man said it's bringing back memories. He's getting chills just thinking
like,
about it.
You don't ever do that sometimes? I
play that shit all the time. Like today, after this, I already know I'm listening to what's it called? Travis Scott.
No, I'm like sometimes I go back into old albums and like when they first come out, I'm like, yeah, this is heat. But after a couple years, when there's been like some time, and you go back to listen to that album, it kind of hits different. I'm like, yo, this shit is actually...
Yeah, you start to connect with the lyrics and shit.
You feel me?
You just hear it differently. Nothing was the same. Mm-hmm. Take Care. I bet you if I listened to Take Care through right now, it probably would hit me completely differently.
Yo, I won't lie. I always get the running meme of Marvin's Room, but it wasn't until I had a bottle of Henny in my hand that one night, and that shit came on, yo. And then I really asked myself, are you still there? Are you still on the phone?
Them late nights, you drunk as shit. You got no one with you. And
you feel me?
Like, damn.
Yo, Drake smoked that shit.
Like, yo, you're just like, damn.
And that's my thing with like Jason. I'm like bouncing all over the walls. Like when you get me talking about albums, I don't know how to stop. Another thing, let's just side note with Drake's career. How is it that like Drake is one of the most confident people I've seen in hip hop, but at the same time he can still give me a sensitive ass music
because he did it from day one. So it's not like he's changing up his image. He's legitimately he was more sensitive than what he's doing now. You feel me?
I'm here, but I still feel like he like owns that shit though.
He did.
He owned that shit, and I was just like,
he did.
All right, because I look at Take Care, and then what dropped after that? Was it If You're Reading This or Nothing Was the Same?
If you're reading this,
you remember that album? I went back to that album.
That album is underrated.
Yes, I went back to that album again this week, and that was another album that I was like, damn, we kind of all gave this shit when it came out, but over time, this is actually a great project. You feel me?
It's because it wasn't what we expected when we came out. Like, we weren't expecting like Drake to be in his
bag, talking his shit. We didn't think Drake was going to be talking
some bangers, you feel me?
Exactly. And then I go into Nothing Was the Same, and I was just like, okay, he needed, if you're reading this, it's too late. He needed that transition, you feel me? Into just being this overly confident, I'm going to talk my shit type of dude. And I'm like, okay, I see where the artistry was going with this type of shit. Which is why I like going back through albums and just seeing artists progress through their shit. And I'm just like, wow, that was actually a fire album. Like, just because Wale dropped that shit with like Jeremiah over the past weekend, I went back to listen to Wale's album. And then that album he did with Jerry Seinfeld, the album about nothing, I'm like, yo, I love that album back in the day, but listening to that shit now, I'm like, yo, that's a fucking great project, bro. That was an amazing project, man. But we don't appreciate it when it's right then and there just because we like being in the moment.
Yeah.
And we just like listening to what's hot right now and then moving on to whatever's hot next week. When you actually give a project time to grow, you actually realize how dope. And I'll be feeling bad because if you're not one of those people that catches our attention that first week and we just toss your shit in the garbage, we might not come back. We might not come back to that for a while.
Listen to the Wizard over again. Let me see. I want to hear your opinion on that because I listened to it over and I was just like, yo, this is probably one of his better albums.
You think so?
100%.
I kind of think that when I listen to Hendrix.
Hendrix just puts me in a good mood.
Yeah,
like that's
I'm
the
just
type
like,
of that. Yeah.
I like when Future gets into that bag. You feel me?
Future is really the only man that can do all that. Like make me feel like I want to like just be a baboon. I want to be happy. I want to do some crazy drugs. I want to be a savage, break hearts. Like he's the only one that can really make me do all of that while still being the same person.
You know who does that for me? Black.
I mean, I hear it, but like, I guess. I mean, yeah.
No, we're talking about the same bag, but two different emotions. Like yours is fueled by like joy. Mine is fueled by pain. I'm just fucking with you.
No, you're not.
I thought that was hey. Yo, shit was different when East Atlanta Love Letter came out. Yeah, I switched up on everybody, and Shorty's peeps too. They're like, "Oh, you in the black bag?" That's where the black bag episode came from. I'm just like, yeah, September's gonna be an interesting month for me.
This man Devin's talking his shit right now.
Oh, of course. I told you I'm in a great mood. I'm in a good mood.
Vibes only. I told you.
Exactly.
This is what we run off.
I'm out here potting with my mans. You feel me? Out here collecting endorsements. You feel me? We out here. Got a little Rich in the studio. You feel me? With the pink silky on. Shit.
I'm about to get my man.
Crisp white tee.
Oh, I want to make an announcement, by the way.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm growing it out. I'm coming back.
Oh, can the cameras peep the waves? Camera can't.
What
peep
waves, bro? I gave
Heard.
up. I gotta know it. First of all, it looks like I have a lineup right now. I have no semblance of like at all of a lineup.
Yeah.
But I just got tired of getting haircuts, waiting in lines to get haircuts.
You know who you should go to? You should go to my boy Juan.
So you want me to leave my barber? Anyway, we're not talking.
Right. Stay faithful to your barbers. Right. I be forgetting sometimes. Like, yo, I never cheat on my barber, but like, I try to get other people to cheat on their barbers. You feel me? Because I'm like,
bro, there's a reason. There's a reason I got the girl I do right now.
Because of your barber?
Shit, that man makes things happen. I'm saying.
All right, dap up your barber for me then, if that's the case.
Bro, I'm gonna put him on. I'm gonna get his calling card. I'm gonna put it right here on this table. We're gonna get him some business.
All right.
By the way, people, don't worry. Me and Devin, we're still working on our, rap battle mixtape.
This man never wants to call me DME, guys. I've been asking this dude for like half a year to call me DME.
What do I call you in real life?
I still call you Rich on the show.
You call me Rich in real life.
No, I call you Darnell in real life.
Oh, I
started calling you Rich when you joined the podcast.
It's been a year. What you mean?
You haven't been on the thing for a year.
It's been. You know what?
It's almost there. Almost there. You're almost there. I like that. What? Hey, you made it to episode 60. I feel like that's great. You feel me? He joined at episode 22. Hold on. we'll get your shit off real quick. Go ahead. Oh shit, my fault. That was my fault. Yeah, King. Give you your roses. You like that?
I don't claim this, man. And
I have way too much fun on this shit.
so in other news,
Let's get back to the
in other
rest.
news, what is happening? So I want to report on Adrian Peterson, my favorite player in the NFL. Shout out Tom Brady. But yeah, so Adrian Peterson, he used to be the running back for the Minnesota Vikings, 2015-16 NFL MVP. You know what I mean? All-star, crazy. Everyone knows Adrian Peterson. Guy, was in the public eye for beating this kid with a stick. Happened to me.
When was that?
It was like 2 years ago. That was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah. Anyways, the reason I bring up all of this is because this man has earned over $100 million in his football career, right? He is about $2 to $4 million in debt now.
Interesting.
Now, he blames. Okay, all right. So
Is he retired?
no, he's right now. He has a contract. He has a 2-year, $5 million contract with the Washington Redskins.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so he's in debt while still playing professional football. And the reason he says this is because he trusted the wrong people. Financial advisors took advantage of him essentially. And in the article it says that Peterson was ordered to pay nearly $2.4 million to a lending service after he defaulted on a $4 million loan that he took out in April 2016 and failed to pay back by February 2018. Peterson also borrowed $2.4 million in May 2016 from another lender. He defaulted after just 5 months and was ordered by a Minnesota court in October 2017 to pay back $600,000. I just want to know. Personally, I think it's absolutely wild how you have $100 million. You only been in the league 13 years, and you blew $100 million in 13 years.
I can believe that.
Bro, you have a family. You got kids.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, like, for me personally, I feel like if I was ever getting taken advantage of by a financial advisor, I would know that. Like, I understand I have millions of dollars, but if I see a lot of money go missing, I'm going to start to ask questions. I'm not going to keep trusting the same person who's handling my money. You know what I mean? So I just feel like there has to be some accountability here. Like, when did you step in? Like, when did you finally say something?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know his lifestyle. Does he have like a flashy lifestyle?
I've never seen him in the public image like that. Like, I really don't think he's like that.
Yeah, so I figured if he was living like a Floyd type of lifestyle or like an Adrian Bronner type of lifestyle,
he ain't that way.
Spent that money, that would make sense. But I don't know his lifestyle, so I don't know how he could just spend that money like that. But celebrities that gain that type of bread, when they say they've spent that amount of time, you said in 13 years.
Bro, he's only been in the league. He's only
years?
been in the league 13 years, and I'm assuming he came from nothing like most people in the
Facts.
league. So you feel me?
But also $100 million, if over 13 years, I feel like it is very easy to spend $100 million in 13 years.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't even think I could if I wanted to. Like,
if you're a celebrity, you got to think about property, so houses, cars, jewelry, expenses, businesses. Like, you're making money, but you're also paying mad money as well.
But you're only paying mad money to make money. So if you're doing all these investments and not getting money off of these investments, why are you still working with the same person who's trying to get you to do these investments? Clearly, what they do does not work.
You got to ask AP.
Exactly. That's where the accountability comes in. Like, when are you finally going to take control of your money? Mm-hmm. Like, I understand, like, you have someone handling it, but they work for you. It's not the other way around. So right there is just like, I don't understand. I really just don't understand. I feel really bad because he has a family and shit. Like, you're still playing and you're in debt. So you're basically playing to pay off your debts. What are you going to do once your career is over and those injuries start, like, affecting you? That's when I'm like, just damn, I feel bad.
I mean, if that happens, then you could probably do what most retired athletes do. Go into showbiz. Start doing ads, commercials.
You could be an analyst.
Featured on things. Yeah, you feel me? Like, I feel like if I was a retired athlete an analyst would be the easiest route to go to, or somewhere in showbiz?
I mean, my man Mark Sanchez retired on Monday, and he already got a job at ESPN.
Who?
Exactly. Do you remember the butt fumble, Patriots versus the Jets?
Butt fumble?
Yeah. When the New York Jets quarterback ran into the butt of his own offensive lineman and we scored. Yeah, well, that's the quarterback. Yeah. If I showed you the clip, you would definitely remember.
I'd probably be like, "Oh, that's why."
He dead ass ran into bro. After that, he was never the same. Bro, like I'm so serious.
That's
like the team cut him. Like he became a free agent. Had to jump around teams. Now
just because he run into the butt.
Bro, that ruined him. I'm pretty sure it was a playoff game too. They got blown out that game. It was bad.
Yo, imagine you ask somebody, "How did you lose your job?" and then you have to tell them that.
I ran into my offensive lineman's ass and fumbled, and then the team scored a touchdown.
And that cost us a game.
That didn't cost them the game. They were getting blown out. That just made it look even worse. That just made it even worse. Like, wow. You feel me? Like, wow.
They probably look at that shit like, yo, imagine being the dude that had to make a highlight reel out of that. Be like, all right, I got to grab the team's best highlights.
Bro, I'm pretty sure he was getting trolled like the whole summer, like going into the next year. Like it was bad. Like that happened in like November. I was hearing about it till the summer. It was bad. But yeah, shout out Mark Sanchez. He caught the bag at ESPN.
What's called? Any other topics to talk about before we dive into new music?
No, not at all. It's cool. I can't think of anything. It's been nothing really is going on like besides global warming and shit. So other than that, recycle people.
Mm-hmm. What I am going to do is I am going to but we're going to send our condolences over to the family of the Russian boxer that died the other day from his injuries in the ring. So Maxim Dadashev, he put up a hell of a match. His manager did everything he could, tried throwing in the towel to get him to quit the match, but the man stayed on his feet the entire time, swung, kept his head in the game. And then when the match was over, he was rushed to the hospital because he needed brain surgery, apparently, because there was a lot of swelling going on. And apparently he succumbed to his injuries and passed at the hospital. That goes to show you how dangerous the sport is, but also how dedicated these athletes are to playing the sport that they love. So, yeah, I just sent out my condolences to him and that family.
I saw, like, I was at work and I saw this on SportsCenter, like breaking news, and I was just like, my jaw dropped. I was like, for one, I want to send my condolences, of course, like, rest in peace. But I'm surprised this doesn't happen more in boxing.
I mean, I feel like it does, but when it gets to that point, a lot of people just throw the towel. But this dude, like his manager was trying to tell him to stop, but he just wouldn't stop.
You watched it, right?
I watched a good majority of it.
Like,
yeah.
what, like, I didn't see, I still haven't seen any highlights or clips of it. Like,
so what was happened against the other dude he was fighting? Let me look that up real quick. He was fighting Sabril Mateus, and he's from Puerto Rico. Dadashev's from Russia, and Mateus is known to have heavy hits. So a lot throughout the match, we saw he had the upper advantage because of how strong and quick his hits were. So he was landing body blow after body blow, a lot of headshots and uppercuts. And during the beginning of the fight, Dadashev was eating a lot of them, taking a lot, and he was giving a lot back. But after a couple of rounds, you could see he was hurt and he was wearing down. And it even looked like at some point Mateus saw that Dadashev was hurt, and it looked like at some points he didn't want to continue the fight, but of course he continued the fight because he was competing. So like during the end of it, when Dadashev just looked like a ghost walking around the ring, Mateus looked like he wanted to pull his punches. Like he would give him like a couple taps, see how he like reacts, and he's just like, damn, like why do I have to keep, like I don't want to keep punching you.
Why is no one throwing in the towel?
Yeah, he was probably begging like in his head like, yo, throw the fucking towel, but he didn't. So unfortunately, that happened until his manager threw the towel. I don't think anybody expected Dadashev to die from his injuries, and I think that's only because of how he was standing during the match. Like, he was on his feet the whole time. He was throwing shots. He was dodging shots.
He didn't get knocked down once.
He got knocked down a couple times, but he got back up. But for the majority of the match, he was on his feet. So yeah, he stayed on his feet the whole time, was swinging and all that shit. So when he went down, it was when he was finally sitting down, you could take a good look at him and be like, oh, this dude is like really hurt, just by how he was sitting in a daze when he finally had a chance to sit down. And I don't think anybody expected that, which is why all of this comes as a really sad surprise to everybody. But yeah, just sad to hear in the sport. But yeah, our condolences to the family. And with that being said, do we have anything else before I move into just doing music?
No.
All right. So I don't remember last week, it kind of cut off a little bit just because we were running out of time, so we couldn't really break down all the new music that came out, but a lot of new music has dropped. So we'll just run down the list. So my man Tory Lanez is out here dropping single after single.
An album must be coming.
Exactly. I mean, we're supposed to get Chicks Tape 5, but apparently it's like a lot of sample issues, so they got to clear all that shit before the album, because it's not going to be a mixtape, it's going to be an actual album, so they have to get all the sample clearances before they do that. So I think because he knows fans are waiting for it, he's just deciding to drop single after single to keep people on their feet. And the 2 singles he's dropped within the past 2 weeks have been fire. Melee, fire. Sorry. And then Forever, which was a track that he dropped on Friday, was also heat. I connect to that shit because I feel like, and that's like another thing. Like, I never lived a hood life. I never lived like just crime life in general. But like Forever, I felt that shit. I connected with that track. See, that shit was fire.
Melee was fire.
Melee was fire too. I was like,
Tory's in his bag right now. I'm sorry. Like Melee, I have that on. Like, I added that to my Get In playlist. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm coming over your crib on Friday, and I'm gonna try to play that like at one point while we drinking and shit.
Yeah, I got that night off, by the way. We lit. As soon as you put that text in the group chat, I was like, oh, word. I went right into my work shit, and I'm like, yo, I need this night off. It's a Friday night, so easily someone's gonna pick that shit up.
You
but
know,
yeah,
it's nights out with the boys. But I listened to the track. I instantly loved it. Like, Tory really doesn't have many misses at this point.
You feel me?
Like, he's really a complete artist. Like, he can do anything. He's tapped into all the genres. I feel like R&B, rap, fucking reggae. Like, he's in his bag.
Here. And this man hasn't been missing recently. Like, you look back at all of his projects, so man hasn't dropped a
He dropped something yesterday too, right?
As a song?
Yeah, didn't he drop Forever yesterday too?
Forever, I think, was like Friday. I think it was Friday.
No, I'm pretty sure that was more recent than Melee.
Nah, Forever just dropped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Melee dropped like
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, a little while ago. Forever just dropped.
Yeah, just dropped.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, word. Right. Yeah, it was a fire track. Yeah, it was a very fire track. I don't know.
Which did you like more?
Forever. Melee was fire too. Melee was fire too because like I was getting lit to that.
Yeah, you definitely fuck with Forever more though.
I fuck with Melee as like like the getting lit track. Like party track or like have you seen the music video to me?
There's already music video?
Yeah, I mean, you know Tory's with the shits always. But like there's like this little move that Tory does in the video, and like I just see that move every time I listen to a song because that move low-key looks fire when he's doing it in the video. So you know how I feel about the shoulder movements. Hey. So anytime I hear that shit, I just hear it. But yeah, I fuck with Forever more just because you know how I feel about that sentimental shit. You feel me? Like when a brother when a nigga can make me feel with the words. You feel me? I'm just like,
and they call me light skin.
I fuck with rap, yo. When I listen to like, yo, when you're an artist and you actually make me feel your lyrics, bro, you're doing something great. You're doing something great, bro. There's mad rappers out here that just rap bullshit, and I'm just like, okay. But when you're actually talking that talk, and I'm like, damn, I connect with that. You're making some great music, bro. Making some great ass music.
Yeah, I pick Melee over Forever.
Yeah, I hear you.
But yeah, that's for the complete opposite. I wasn't trying to be on my sentimental shit. I was trying to be on my get lit shit.
Exactly, which is why I see you fuck with Melee. That's why I fuck with Melee for that reason too. Apparently Bryson Dilla has smoothly made a comeback.
bro.
Hey,
You gonna drop one single, go in hiding for 2 years.
I hope he doesn't, because we were supposed to get Serenity in 2018, but we didn't.
Is he signed?
Yes, he still has a. He still
He
signs
signed
his
and they
label.
letting him just be AWOL like this?
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing, but
I always find that interesting. Like, if you're signed as an artist, how do they just let you not do anything? Like, you're just collecting checks and doing nothing.
depending on how much clout you have.
I mean, I
Bryson
understand
Tiller
he
had
has
a lot
clout.
of clout at one point, so it's like Adele being able to go away for 5 years. 4
That's
years and then
Adele.
come
She's
back.
been around forever.
Yeah, she's been back. Like,
He
what,
hasn't
since
been
2010?
around that long.
I'm hip, but like the impact he made when he did come on, it was like
I forgot all about
it's just
that.
like, yo,
To
I'm
be
gonna
honest,
give
I
y'all
really
2
don't
albums, and then I'm like, all right.
To be honest, I really don't remember like him at his peak stardom. Like, I don't remember what it was like.
when Don't dropped. Oh, you remember when Don't dropped?
Don't.
I remember when Don't dropped. What, fam? Trap Soul was a classic album, bro.
I didn't like the whole thing.
Yes, you did.
Okay. Regardless, what did he drop? Blame, right?
Yeah, he dropped Blame. It isn't on streaming services. I think it should be coming to streaming services pretty soon. But I found it on his website. Smooth little minute and 30 seconds because everyone wants to
Little
drop
clip?
short sounds. Huh?
So it's not even a full song.
Well, most songs are under 2 minutes nowadays. So, yeah, it was a minute and 30 seconds, and I enjoyed what I got in that time. Because, hey, I don't know if that's all I'm going to be getting from Bryson. I don't know if that's all I'm going to be getting from Bryson in a minute. So I'm like, hey, if all I deserve was a minute and 30, you know, fuck you, I'll still take it.
I thought you was about to come here and tell me like he dropped a full song, 3 minutes with some crazy lyrics.
That ain't the vibe.
Nice
What?
production.
No one got time for 3-minute songs.
Wow. And he came over here.
Yo,
with
Rich, Lil Rich, you got time for 3-minute songs, bro? Tell me in about a third verse you ain't already hitting next, bro. You feel me? You feel me?
I like
So short
songs. I
are the
like
thing.
songs, that have structure. I have lyricism in them, and I like songs that take time to develop. I don't mind that. I listen to 3-minute songs. Feel me?
You definitely skipping a song after the second verse.
If it's trash.
Cause
So
it's trash
so if
after
Cole
the
came out
second
with a
verse.
3-minute song, you ain't bumping the whole thing.
You didn't even listen to the album. What are you talking about, bro?
I'm talking about you.
Yes, but that's different.
All
'cause
right,
I
then.
like Cole.
All right, word.
Because I fuck with Cole.
All right, bet. I fuck with Bryson. He's overrated.
I hear you.
He's very overrated.
We already talked about Blanco 2 last week. I was going to get in depth today. But overall, once again, that was a solid project. If y'all haven't gotten the chance to peep that, because, I'm always pushing for my local artists. Millie's is a dope cat from Cambridge, and he has a lot of dope features on it, so you should definitely give that shit a listen.
Fias is also on there from Brockton. Shout out to him as well.
Facts, you feel me? Your man's Burner dropped a tape.
Burner and
Is this a
Currency.
song?
Yeah, it's an album. They dropped Fino Grigio. I think I mentioned it a little bit last week, but yeah, it's like a 13-track album. It's really what you want to listen to if you just want to like relax, vibe. I listen to it when I burn, but other than that, like Burner is slowly becoming like one of my favorite artists just because of how like relaxing and soothing his music is. It's just like really, I can't get mad. Like I really just mellow out listening to him, and you're gonna mellow out listening to this album. So, like the title is Fino Grigio, and my favorite song on the album is the last one, Fino Grigio. So. Yeah.
And then Guapdad 4000 dropped a track with Mozzie.
I've been hearing this a lot. So I just got Sirius XM radio for free, like on my whip.
Hey,
And this is on the radio all the time.
Scamming?
Like, yeah.
that shit's fire, right?
They apparently this shit's like hot on the boards right now. And I'm fucking like, oh my niggas scamming.
That shit's such a hot
All
all
my
my niggas
niggas
scamming.
scamming.
All my niggas scamming.
It's so
such a hot
simple.
track,
It's
yo.
so simple, but I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah, fam.
And he looked
Like,
like a scammer too.
hey, you feel me? Like, I got hip to Guapdad 4000 because he was featured on the Dreamville album like 4 times. So
I've seen him like on Instagram bullshitting, like
Yeah,
funny ass videos on Instagram. That's what
I never knew of him until he pulled up to the Dreamville album. So I was fucking with what I heard on the album. So when he dropped this, a new collab with Mozzie, I was like, well, I fuck with Mozzie, so let me see how this goes. And Mozzie normally smokes features, you feel me? So when I heard the beat, I was just like, ooh, okay. And then I Just heard him go in, and how you come in on a beat is so important, fam. Legit, as soon as he dropped, I was like, oh, this shit's hot.
And like he don't even get loud. He just really just be.
He's just talking. I'm like, it's exact. I'm not
You
to
can
compare
tell he's
it.
just nonchalant in the booth.
Yeah, not to
He's just
compare
like,
it to Drake, but it's like how Drake came up back in the day, like when he did like Comeback Season or like So Far Gone. Just that smooth, low talking, but you're still talking your shit. I'm like, that's kind of what this sounded like too. I'm like, you know what? You get my stamp, bro. I fuck with it. It's fire. It's fire. I might make that my vibe of the week. It was supposed to be my vibe of the week last week. I don't know if I switched it up or if I chose a new one. When we get to that time, I'll make that decision then. Big Sean dropped a new song today, actually. Did you hear it?
I don't like Big Sean, bro.
You don't like Big Sean at all?
I don't like his recent shit.
Okay, well,
So
I'll tell you.
I don't listen to it. Like he's fallen off a lot for me just because he's gone AWOL, and all his recent shit I don't fuck with. So it's just like, all right.
I hear you. I definitely hear you.
And I didn't even know he dropped it, but
Yeah, this song was supposed to be his announcement to starting his new record label.
oh,
Yeah, so now he
got
got his
money
own.
like that?
He got his own record label now. It's called Dawn Life Records, and this is apparently the first track to debut that record label. And honestly, if you're a fan of Big Sean, you're gonna like the song because the song is not really anything new from Big Sean. It's a dope beat, and Sean goes in as we know him to. So it's just another Big Sean song. It's not whack. It's good. See, and I don't know. It's like a weird
just
thing
another
too.
Big Sean song.
Yeah, and I know Big Sean to go in, kill it with the flows, kill it. Like Big Sean's gonna give me punchlines for days, and I know like Sean kills it. But it's not gonna make me excited just because I know he's about. If the song sounds like it's in his pocket, I know it's gonna be fire. But then again, I'm not really excited for it because Sean never put anything out that made me go, wow. I was just like, oh, the dude can rap well.
So is this easily forgettable?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's still good, you feel me?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's just not enough
it's a Sean
to
track.
It's just not enough to hold me on. There's not much shock value. It's just like,
it's a Big
Sean put out another good track. Okay, cool.
When I listen to it.
You feel me? It's like there's
I'll
nothing
give it a
being
chance,
said
though.
that's gonna make you go running.
I haven't heard him in a while. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, like Dark Sky Paradise was probably my favorite album from Sean,
Yeah,
but
that's
like
the
that
only one I
came
like.
out in like 2015. You feel me? So like that 4-year gap, I didn't really like I Decided, and that had like big tracks. Like I don't fuck with you. What was the big track on that? Bounce Back was the big track on that. I didn't really like that album.
you. Yeah, that was the radio banger.
The shit he did with Metro, I didn't really care for. And there were a couple good songs on that project too, but it's just I don't know, something about Sean.
You just out here confirming why I don't fuck with Sean. Like, yo, you just making it, you giving them the reason and the evidence. Like, I don't fuck with this. I don't fuck with this. Thank you.
Yeah, because like at least when people ask for my opinion, like I can at least give them a reason to it. I hate when I ask for like a reason for someone's opinion and just like I don't know, it's just that. I'm just like, come on, fam, there's a reason. Why do you think that way? You just don't feel like telling me. But yeah, if you ask me for my opinion, I'll give you a reason why. Yeah. Division also dropped 2 tracks, I think last week. You know how I feel about Division. OVO Sound Group. They've always been smooth R&B. So they dropped Miss Me and In Between. I fuck with Miss Me more just because I like when it's R&B, but it's like got those hip hop elements, so you're still talking your shit. In Between is the more traditional R&B type of music. So yeah, I think you'll fuck with both tracks.
What type of R&B?
Like like baby making music.
Okay.
Yeah, like traditional, like R&B.
Word.
The Miss Me is more like the hip hop elements of R&B. So yeah, fire. Yeah. Anything else that dropped? Actually, let me look at my new shit because I didn't really.
In between, I'm gonna
update
get.
my
So
shit.
basically, you want to get in between to in between.
Pretty much. I'm proud of you. That was good.
Like that, smooth. Also, real quick, I want to say shout out to my Crocs. Yeah, them shits flee. I know. That's it.
Just shout out to your Crocs.
Nah, bro, like Crocs are really underrated. People be shitting on Crocs all the time. I just want to say, like, they're comfortable. You can wear them in any condition. Like,
Yeah, I wear them to work.
you feel
Pretty
me?
fire.
And they're comfortable, bro. And like, they're biodegradable, good for the environment.
More music
Cheap.
that dropped.
More music.
Maxo Cream dropped an album. Brandon Banks, fire. It took me a while to get hip to Maxo Cream, but when I did,
I'm I'm still in that transition.
Yeah, it took me a while.
I'm trying. Can you put me on?
Yeah, I had to get used to his like voice, and like I fuck with his flow and I fuck with his lyrics. It just took me a while to get used to his voice and his delivery. But then when I like finally sit down and had time to listen to the project, I'm just like, oh, okay. And he signed to Rock Nation, so that's why I'm like, okay. If Jay-Z gives you the stamp, then I'm gonna give you a chance.
I've been listening to a lot of old DaBaby, like his old music.
I didn't get it. I haven't gone back to that.
I like his old music a lot.
You do?
Yeah, Baby Jesus, fire.
I feel you.
Album, fire.
He also since Baby on Baby, he hasn't really dropped much solo shit. Since
that's why I was
just been hopping on a couple of features. Can we talk about his double XL freshman shit?
Can we talk about the double XL freshman shit? Cause bro, no Mousy, YK Osiris. What the fuck were they doing, bro? Bro, what? Everyone up Blueface somewhat did his thing. I don't know, maybe, but like, I'm just like, damn. Like, only people that really held it down: DaBaby, Meg, Rico, Corday, YBN, Corday.
Oh, I didn't. Are you talking about the cipher or the actual freestyle?
The ciphers.
Oh, I didn't watch the new cipher. I only watched the one with Mousy, YK Osiris, Megan Thee Stallion, and the baby. The new one dropped today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't peep that one yet.
I watched it at lunch.
Was it fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was only Rico. First of all, I didn't know Rico Nasty was a girl.
She's fire.
I'm hip.
She's fire, yo.
It was Rico Nasty, Blueface, and Corday, right?
Yep.
Rico Nasty went first. She killed it. Corday went second. He did his thing. Blueface, you could tell he wanted to do his flow, but the beat was too slow. So he was like he was rapping slow, like to catch up with the beat. It was like,
wait, so he was actually trying to rap on beat?
Yeah, he was trying to rap on beat, but like the fact that it wasn't his flow, like it wasn't fast enough for his flow, was just like you could tell what he was doing. Oh, it was like you could tell he was trying to rap on beat, and it's just like, wow.
So
you a professional rapper, you couldn't just adjust your flow. You feel me?
You think at that moment he finally understood what we were trying to say?
Like, no, because I went. It dropped on YouTube, right? And I was looking at the comments. Yo, Blueface did his thing. Blueface killed it. I'm just like, wow, this man really got an audience. Like,
it takes a lot to not catch the beat, and then when they slow the beat down for you so you can catch it. Still like, nah, I still can't catch it, bro.
But like the first one, since you watched that, like DaBaby, it wasn't even a freestyle.
It's a recycled verse.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, that's not cool because like,
how many people be doing that, bro?
Nah, but the reason why I don't like it from DaBaby is because if you're gonna preview your music through like Instagram, Thriller, whatever, preview unreleased shit, cool. But for the fans that don't have any new material from you since Baby on Baby, and all we have are these little snippets that we get online. When we go to XXL Freshman Cypher and we're looking to hear new bars from you because we're anticipating new shit, and instead we're just giving a bunch of old bars, I'm just like, bro, this whole shit of you making the double XL Freshman, I was excited to come here and listen to what new heat you got for me. But then when I go, it's just the same heat you gave me in April, fam. Like, if you're not giving me a new project, if you're not dropping new songs, at least when you have an opportunity to drop something in a cypher, have that be something new. You feel me? And the same thing with his double XL Freshman freestyle. That part was also something recycled from a freestyle he did on a radio station. And I'm like, bro, you're being given all these opportunities to put yourself out there, and you're giving us repeated shit. Obviously, people that don't really listen to you like that are going to think this shit is fire because to them, they've never heard it. But then to the people that actually do listen to you and have your shit in track, they're going to be like, fam, we've heard this shit before. Give us something new. And they're just going to be disappointed and displeased.
Like,
and that's
Devin
no way to
now.
gain a fan base. You
like
feel me?
He is right now, because I can tell he's worked up, but he's really disappointed in this man.
Yeah.
I can tell the tone of his voice. You're heated, huh?
I mean, yeah, just because like, yo, he's one of the cats where we were really rooting for out of this new group of artists. He was one of the people we're putting out there. He has flow, lyrics, and delivery. All he has to do is give us new shit. Like Under the Sun was so fire because, yeah, Cole and Lute did their thing, but it's actually the first time in a while we got new bars from DaBaby.
Facts.
You feel me? So that's why it's dope. Like, And Megan Thee Stallion, I fuck with her too, and I'm always gonna fuck with her shit so hard. But and I fuck with her freestyles and the actual freestyle and the cipher. I don't listen to enough Megan Thee Stallion to know if those bars are recycled from anywhere else. So which is why I'm gonna give her nothing but praise for this, because me as a new fan, I'm taking that as new content. So I'm gonna be like, oh shit, that was actually fire. Now if it comes back and say, oh, that's from something else, okay. Sure, it is what it is at that point, but at least that makes me now go back to the old shit and oh, she been fire. This ain't new. Shorty been fire. It just took a minute for us to catch up. You feel me? But yeah.
Yeah, Meg did her thing. Like you said, the baby, he basically summed it up for me. Like, I've been saying for weeks, the baby been saying the same shit over and over again. Like, I said it. Like, I had to go back and listen to his old shit just to remind myself, like, yeah, this man doesn't sound, well, he does sound the same, but he still got some fire shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and I wasn't really familiar with his old shit because I didn't listen to him back in the day. So I was really just listening to new music, technically.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I mean, I guess he did his thing. If you're a casual fan, you know what I mean, he held it down. But for me, like, I want more music from the baby. Megan Thee Stallion, she did her thing as well. She was looking, no comment.
You were looking right, Megan. Shit. It's all right. I'm single. I can say this shit. You were looking right, Megan.
Anyway. Yo.
See why they call you a stallion.
Facts.
But
as a result, like, yo, it was her. So it was the baby. It was Megan. It was the beat. Then it was the DJ. Then it was YK Osiris. And then it was Lil Mousy.
Nah, it was YK Osiris. Then it was Lil Mousy's fit.
And then it was Lil Mousy. Because I'm sorry, but them two, bruh.
And you see how Lil Mousy tried to play that Kodak shit?
Is he white or black?
Like, he was like, let's call this beat lame as shit. I'm just like, yo, Kodak did that already. You can't do that, bro. Like, Kodak already did that. You gotta find something new. He said nigga, so I'm assuming he's black.
Okay,
for his sake, I'm just gonna assume that he's black.
Okay, all right.
Because I heard that and I looked at. I was like, because I've never listened to Lil Mousy's music, so when I heard the interview and he said nigga, I was just like, hold up.
I saw him and I was like, I was watching the video at work and I was like, this man looks white as shit. Mm-hmm. But I saw his hair and I was like, that's the light skin haircut. Mm-hmm. So he got to be a light skin. You feel me?
Yeah, probably.
So I gave him the benefit of the doubt just because of his haircut, not even because of the interview. That's racist, low key. To assume all light skins.
I mean, I feel like in order to be popping in the rap
you gotta have a certain
white
look.
Rappers just know they can't say that.
Facts.
White rappers just know they can't say that.
I feel like the baby would have checked his ass off.
Oh yeah, facts.
But wait, stop the beat. Stop the beat real quick.
And then here we goes. The baby slapping the shit out of somebody else.
The baby trying to catch another body.
Facts. And yeah, I think that's it for new music. So from there we can go into reality checks.
All right, so I'll go first. So my reality check has to do with you not putting your fate into other people's hands. And when I say that, basically what I'm saying is don't depend on anyone but yourself. If people tell you something, I mean, you could take it with, if people tell you something, take it with a grain of salt. They may come through for you, they may not, but don't have any expectation that they are going to follow through with what they say. And I say this because don't get your hopes up too high and don't get your hopes up too low. That's the reason I gave this reality check. Just because people like to, put their faith in someone, and then when it comes or it doesn't come to fruition, they get disappointed. And I've learned over the years the way to combat that is just to have no expectation at all. So once again, as I said, don't place your fate in the hands of others. Place the fate in the hands of yourself.
And then for my reality check, I think my reality check stems off self-worth and knowing who you are as a person, being, and all that. Because sometimes I'm at work and I think of how managers or like just people above me, how they talk to certain people. I think of how people who are at the same level, how they talk to people, and just like so many things people let slide just because, I don't know, they don't want to risk running into an altercation or they don't want to risk losing their job or losing a relationship they have with somebody. And I'm like, I've realized that I think at least recently I've been doing that just to kind of keep my head down and just fly under the radar and just do what I got to do to keep it pushing. And then I realized that I kind of lost track of myself because I was never the one to do that. And I think that's kind of why a lot of people fuck with me. Like, people call it my, like, don't give a fuck mentality. I just call it as me being true to myself. And I've realized recently that I am happier when I'm just unapologetically myself. You feel me? And, like, not having to change how I speak or act just because somebody might be offended or somebody might catch feelings just because of something I said. And I've just been learning to be like, yo, like, the people that rock with you, the people who've been rocking with you from the jump, rock with you because you've always been true to yourself. So just because maybe a couple new people come in and they don't see that side of you, they just see this other side. If they're not ready to accept you for you, then clearly they're not ready just to have you in their life, period. So when they're ready to have you in their life, then they'll adjust to how you are as a person and just accept you for you. But, yo, don't go changing yourself for anybody, for work, for a loved one, for family, for nothing. Just be yourself, and I promise you, no one will ever be able to ever question your authenticity. You feel me? Yeah, that's my reality check. Continue being real, even if that means being different.
I like that.
Yeah.
You should make that, like, you can put that on a t-shirt. No bullshit. Continue being real, even if that means being different. Yo, that shit is smooth.
You like that?
Bro, put that on a t-shirt.
I'll tweet it. That's enough.
I'll retweet it.
And yeah, that was pretty much the episode, man. I love having these chill, laid back episodes when I can just pull up, talk to Rich, and we can just do our thing. You feel me? Cater to the people.
Yeah.
And yeah, any lasting words before we dip out? Sometimes I realize
put yourself
like,
first before you put others first. If you ain't doing that, then you ain't living life right. Oh, recycle.
Facts. All right, yo, it's been your boy DME.
It's been your boy Cozy Rich.
And you've been watching The Urban Product. We will catch y'all next week.
Love.
Deuce.